Did you see an oh wow moment possibly with Jaden? Um,
I feel like, I mean, really him coming in and producing and making an impact the way that he was in general when he first started coming in and getting minutes and things was like, you know, it really confirmed, what we felt about him, what we thought about him. But I guess the oh wow moment, probably when he missed the layup and then he grabbed it and he just dunked it off the vert at Kansas State, and then obviously that big time stop at the end.
A question for both of you guys. How do you look at tomorrow in terms of senior night with possibly both having another year if you want it? I mean, how do you approach that, I guess?
I mean, I just approach it as, just showing my gratitude to the fans and the school, really. I mean, it's about the seniors, but, I just, you know, the applause and the recognition would be nice, but, it's just, I'm more grateful to be here than anything, so I'm just here, trying to get as many wins.
George, what's it for you?
Nah, I knew I wasn't gonna get away with it for long. I just try to have fun with you guys. Um, for my senior year, I mean, senior night is something special to me. I've been here 4 years, only 4 year senior here. I'm just looking forward to going out there and playing hard. The when the future comes, we can talk about it on having another year. Fortunate enough to have another year. So if I choose to stay, that's conversations that we will have at the end of the year.
I mean, I know you guys have not had a senior night before, but is it weird? Because that night is usually about finality, and it's not for you guys because
Yeah.
if you want it, you can have another year. Is that strange that it's not, I guess, the final chapter that it normally would be?
Yeah, I mean, because even last season at Penn State, like I was about to graduate from there, and they asked me, "Hey, do you want to, you know, be honored on senior night?" And I was like, "No, no, I'm fine." Like, I yeah. So I never had a senior night, so I definitely wanted to at least experience one here. So yeah.
What about you? I mean, is it going to be strange? Do you feel like?
It's different because I've sat through numerous senior nights and seen my previous teammates just say goodbye to Hilton, and it's different, but it's an opportunity.
What's it going to mean for you? I mean, you came that recruiting class of four guys
Yeah.
to be the last one here. And if this is the true senior night for you, what's it going to mean to have gone through 4 years at a place that obviously means a lot to your family, George?
It not only means a lot to my family, but it means a lot to those four guys. Zion is offered still in college. He's still at UIC, doing great things. But Tyrese and Talon, it's about honoring. For me, it would be about honoring that class. Being that one senior to stick it out. So it was it's a lot, but
For both you guys, from Tyrese's playmaking standpoint, I mean, the last couple of games, his assist numbers have been, through the roof. I mean, I'm curious, just when you're on the court with him and he's finding you guys, what's just that feeling like?
I mean, it makes life easier. I mean, I make plays for myself off the dribble, but like whenever like you could get, whenever Reese gives you a dime, that usually sets up my like threes, helps me get in rhythm there, and it just really helps the offense flow.
I just want to say he'd be missing my assist sometimes and I'd be frustrated with him. But Tyrese has done a tremendous job stepping up. He's not a freshman anymore. Like you can't even call him a freshman. He's playing the game way beyond that. and he stepped up and answered the call that we all know he could do. And him out there being who he is, which is the general, making sure the game is in his hands, it's a great feeling.
Came up with that nickname.
He had that nickname before he came here. He had that nickname.
He told you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on his IG, it's on Snapchat, and it's everything. It's the general. So.
Izaiah, as a Philly guy,
Delaware.
third stop. I can't think of a place more different than Philly. Maybe the name's Iowa. I guess maybe if you were going to BYU or maybe Kansas State or something. Can you reflect on the journey a little bit, just how this place has become kind of like a mecca for you in a basketball sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think about it all the time, like just my journey from schools to end up here and to end up, with the success that we're having. It's really a blessing that it worked out for me. I feel like, I've been blessed because a lot of people leave places and it's not what they expected, or they leave places and you never hear from them again. So, I just thank God that wasn't the case here. Me and my parents and my support system, just try to make the best decisions. And, this place, I'm just really grateful for the opportunity that was given to me here and just for the support, being a new guy and everything like that. The fan love and you could tell the fans out here really care about this program, really care about this school. So
Superhero.
And for both of you guys, just to be on this 4-game winning streak, George, you played on the team last year that won 2 games, this turnaround. How would you guys reflect on just what you've, infused this program with this season?
We won 2 games last year, and we've now won 20 games this year. Reflecting on the season, we did what we were supposed to be doing. We believed in each other from the get-go. Last year happened, I'll be the first one to admit it. Last year happened. I was a part of it, and I was to blame for it as well. So, move on. I told you guys. I told you in the summer. We were gonna move on, and we were gonna do what we have to do to get this program back to where it needed to be. Now we're back in the NCAA tournament. We're soon to be.
I guess in that same vein and kind of piggybacking on what you said, where some guys transfer and you never hear from them again. For you, when you chose to come to Iowa State, did it feel like a risk given they did win 2 games last year, new coaching staff, a lot of unknown?
Yeah, that definitely went through my mind. I really saw it as a challenge. I feel like, in general, I play my best when there is a challenge to rise to. I feel like I push myself farther than I feel like I normally would. But, knowing that it was a new coach, new staff, and pretty much like a whole new team, like here, that's all I heard about when I committed here. When I first got on campus, everybody was like, hey, you're going to win more than 2 games? And I was like, I will literally, I refuse to only win 2 games. So, I mean, I saw what we had. I saw our philosophy, and I knew what we could do as a team, even if nobody believed. I feel like being the underdog is something that I've been forever. So it wasn't really anything new. And I just got to go out there and hoop.
George, reflect on this for 2 seconds here. What was your first impression of Izaiah? Day one, first time you met him.
He's strong and athletic. That was about it. You
could tell that from the grip of the handshake or something?
Nah, he's just strong and athletic. You can tell, just like My first impression was the first day I came back from the national team, and I sat out the first initial practice. So really seeing them in that practice, you saw Zay get after it and be explosive, and frankly caused a lot of frustration for a lot of people during that time. And then that was really my what I took from him. I didn't take that he was, a knockdown shooter or a mid-range god. I mean, he can make the mid-range. Okay, he likes to shoot it. And then really, if you want us to be honest, we all thought Gabe was going to be the mid-range shooter because we used to call him Devin Booker because he would hit some, like, outlandish mid-range shots.
George, off the top of your head, I don't know how many teammates you played with. I started to figure that out once. Who would be your all-Cyclone, your all-teammate team?
All-teammate team?
All-teammate. Well, okay. Well, you can. Yeah, you're not your own teammate.
I would have to say Tyrese Halliburton at the one. It's a tough one. I gotta put Zay in there somewhere, of course. And then Meryl Shayok. Talon. The last one's hard. I got a lot of teammates, man. I've been here 4 years. I don't know, Ra or Prentice. Ra or Prentice. Because they're just all of them. Every person I just named was a dog, and I had a good relationship with them. I respected their game, every person. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of people, and I know I'm missing. Oh, no, Nick, Wiley Bab. Yeah, no, sorry, Prentice and Ra. Nick got to go in there. That man, he understood the game too well. So yeah, I'll put Nick at the 1. Give me Tyrese at the 2. Zay at the 3, Mar at the 4, because no one can guard him at the 4. And then
You and Taylor.
And then, yeah, I'll put Taylor at the 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Taylor's too fast for a 5. All right. And he has a 7'6" wingspan.
Makes. Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
He's built like a linebacker.
Facts.
Exactly.